Our next guest is one half of the social media sensation that is Top Jaw and spends his days asking people like Mary Berry her favourite place to get a burger. His new TV show Knife Edge hits Apple TV next Friday. So let's say hello to the very successy, never messy, Jesse Burgess!
All right, come on! How are you, mate? Jesse Burgess!
You guys make a lot of noise for like 4 people.
We do make a lot of noise. Okay, you can't keep a good breakfast show down. It's the opposite of a decent meal, I suppose. So how are you doing?
Good.
All right, so for people who don't know, who are you? Where the heck did you come from? How come you're so good on the telly? Because you are really good on the telly.
I'm Jesse Burgess. Over 10 years ago, I started a thing called Top Jaw with my best friend, Will War. And basically, it's always been about finding the best places to like, eat and drink and hang out. And then that's developed over years to, talking to some really well-known faces and the best chefs ever on where they like to go.
So you've cut your teeth. You know, there's no such thing as an overnight sensation. 10 years on YouTube.
Yeah.
You and Will celebrating your anniversary this year.
Yeah.
What was your first film? What was it like? Where did you shoot it? Can we still see it?
So it's funny, like the Mary Berry reference on Best Burger, because 10 years ago, April 2015, the first ever video we did was Best Burger in London on YouTube.
Wow.
So that was like, it's 10 years on and we're still doing the same thing.
And there's that because well, you say you're doing the same, but it's evolved, it's developed.
Yeah.
Your films are great, man. They're so gripping. You know, you do in 9 or 10 minutes what people struggle to do in 6 hours. So congratulations.
Yeah, there was one we filmed in Manchester and we filmed in 22 restaurants in 2 days, and we'll never do that ever again. Don't ever eat in 22 restaurants in 2 days.
Yeah,
just don't do it.
Yeah, and I know you talked to Mary Berry. Mary Berry eats loads of cake, but there's nothing of her, and it's the same for you. And have you seen Somebody Feeds Phil?
Yeah.
He's great, isn't it?
He's been on our show.
Has he been on your show?
Yeah.
I love Phil. He's so cool, and he eats like a horse, and there's nothing of him either. Same goes for you. What's the trick there?
I sort of feel like I feast like a wild animal, so I'll like eat a load in say 1 hour,
right?
And then I'll just try and not eat anything for dinner. Like yesterday, I had 2 lunches, 2 big lunches, filming it. Then I still haven't eaten since yesterday lunch. And that's what you got to do.
Of course you have.
Yeah.
And it's hibernation season anyway.
Yeah, you sort of just take your calories in.
What did you have yesterday? Where did you eat yesterday?
Oh, no, I can never remember.
What did you eat? Just tell us.
Hang on, what was yesterday? Let me just check my little diary.
Yesterday was Wednesday, the 1st of October.
Wednesday. Oh, gosh. Yeah. I filmed with Loyal Kana at Breadstall Pizza.
See, you're so busy. That's so mad, isn't it? It's so crazy.
Well, I have to check.
I know. It's so mad. Like, well, I can't remember where I am.
Well, because it's yeah.
No, I get it. It's called being busy. It's like, honestly, Paul McCartney comes in and he says, what's the big thing about playing live is you don't know where you are and you say hello to Chicago and you're in Finland because it's the same thing. It always just gets lost in a maelstrom of busyness, which is great.
I remember seeing Black Eyed Peas in Carlisle and they came on and said, "Hello, Newcastle."
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
we'll be Newcastle if it helps. Black Eyed Peas. And so how did you get together with Gordon Ramsay then?
I don't really know. I mean, I had a call from my manager like ages ago, early last year, saying, Jesse, there's Apple TV Plus are working with Studio Ramsay and they're making this show all about chefs like gunning for Michelin Stars all over the world.
Right.
You're in the conversation.
Wow.
And I thought, like, there's no chance I'll ever get that job. That just felt so much bigger.
Yeah.
And then one thing led to another, and here I am.
No, come on, you can't skip. I'm sorry, we're not allowing that. You can't skip over those brass tacks.
Well, no. So I did think, wow, if I had the opportunity to do that, I think I'd be really, really good at it. We spent 10 years just talking to non-stop chefs. And not just in London, like all over, and to have the opportunity to do that would be
So what
nuts.
happened next?
So I didn't hear anything of it for like a few months, and then I just had an email from Studio Ramsay saying, "Hey, can we have a call?" And I was like, "Oh," but we were trying to get Gordon on Top Jaw, so we kind of thought maybe it was just that. And then they told me all about the show, which is now Knife Edge, Chasing Michelin Stars.
And did you meet the guy? Did you meet the man?
Did I meet Gordon? Yeah. I had breakfast with him. Yeah,
right.
But I had to before that. They took me to Sweden to do a screen test.
Wow.
And that was...
Because there aren't any cameras in London anymore.
I know, isn't that weird? It's like footage that would never be seen by anybody else other than like them internally.
Right, Sweden, please. When? In an hour. I like it though. It's cool.
I don't honestly think I've been more nervous for anything in my life than that.
What was it? So was it an actual audition?
So I get to this really remote part of the Swedish forest. I stay in a B&B. I'm the only person in this B&B.
Love it.
The front door doesn't have a lock to the outside world, right?
Yeah.
And I'm by this little weird, creepy train station.
Sounds like a Scandinavian movie.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
And also, this little town has only been famous for one thing.
Go on.
And that was an axe murder that happened. Is that okay to say? Yeah, okay.
Of course it is. That's
But now
yes.
it is more famous for a Michelin star restaurant that is now there. And so they wanted me to film in situ.
Which is fair enough.
But, I'd only ever filmed with Will, basically, balling around, just us sort of doing it together. And the next thing I know, I walk into this perfectly formed set with all these lights and multiple cameras and sound guys and a director, producer. It was a much bigger operation than I've ever been used to.
Right.
And then, I was...
What did you have to do? Do you have to freestyle or?
Well, they'd get a bit of both.
Right.
So they'd given me a script to learn. And so I was pacing around my local churchyard in North London. Yeah.
Did you sing it? How did you...
Well, I'm way better now at remembering script than I was a year ago.
Right.
Because I hadn't really ever done it before.
Yeah, there's different ways to do it, isn't there? You do it really slowly. You can sing it, then you can interrupt yourself, do it with the radio on really loud, just till it gets in you.
Really, yeah.
Yeah. Not that I've ever done it, it's just things I've heard.
Yeah, I think I just like walking around churchyards, yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool. Right, so you got the gig, which is great. And the show is great, mate. The show is great. It is about how... it starts in New York, doesn't it? And how chefs, what they have to do, what they have to go through, their teams have to go through, the owners of the restaurant have to go through, the money they have to spend and lose sometimes. It's all about the ingredients, isn't it?
Yeah.
The suppliers, they've got to get to the meat markets first to get the best meat, or the best fish. The fish can cost thousands of... A single fish can cost thousands of dollars? Is that right?
Yeah, the whole thing's exhausting.
Yeah.
But it's the show, I liken it to like Drive to Survive meets The Bear.
Yeah.
And it is following real life chefs.
Brilliant.
Like absolutely desperately striving to win those Michelin stars, because those Michelin stars mean the difference between, staying afloat or going under. Because when you're in that league, kind of why would you eat in an expensive restaurant that doesn't have a Michelin star?
I know.
It starts to be that seal of approval.
I know, and it's on them, isn't it? And I know that Mary Berry talks about Marlow, where I'm from. Well, no, I'm from where I live, and she talks about Tom Carriage's 1-star pub and 2-star pub, and you take it. I take it for granted. I know Tom. You know Tom, and I take it for granted that he's always going to get it, but it's not true, is it? You can get it taken away at any. In fact, you don't get it taken away. You just don't get it re-given. It's every year, isn't it?
Well, yeah, they do. They do kind of demote you, right? So if you have, when you win a Michelin star, it's not like, oh, well done, that sits on your mantelpiece forever now. You have to keep winning it back every single year, and you'll be inspected every year.
Thankless task, and you don't know they're coming, and you talk to Michelin star. Investigators, what do you call them?
Inspectors, Michelin inspectors.
Yeah, and you they've got their back to the camera, you mess about with the lighting because they've got to stay secret. Yeah. But the restaurants may know if you get a lone diner or something like that. What are the telltale signs that the Michelin lady or gentleman might be in that night?
Yeah, so a common assumption is that if you're a solo diner going into this, because it's uncommon, right? You're a solo diner, you're going into a restaurant to have maybe a 2-3 hour meal or more on your own.
Right.
So your chances of being an inspector, I guess, are heightened. And then also they quite regularly are taking notes and pictures, but also those guys could also be the ones that are just buffs. They must just really love that.
Influencers
or have
whatever.
A little blog So if you ever want really exceptional service, go to one of those restaurants on your own.
Yes, it's great. It's like when you go to a golf tournament, always wear a high vis and have a walkie-talkie in a pair of hands. You get on every green, apart from at the Masters. You probably won't. You get hauled away somewhere. So they come in. The Michelin star inspectors come in. How do they manage to get a table?
Well, they book under fake names.
No, but it's very hard to get in some of these restaurants, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's not just one inspector. So a restaurant will probably be inspected by 6 different people.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and they might come on their own. They might come, with their partner. They might be in a group with their family. And also sometimes inspectors inspect together.
Yeah.
So they might look there on a date, but actually they're at work.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. They're hunting in packs.
Yeah.
And so Giro, Giro Dreams of Sushi,
Yeah.
which we watch that documentary like every 2 weeks in our house just because it makes us feel more peaceful about everything. Obviously, he's a sushi bar, an 8-seater sushi bar in a subway station in Tokyo.
Yeah.
And one of the restaurants you go to in the first episode of this show, which is amazing, is a chicken restaurant.
Yeah.
So you can get a Michelin star for anything as long as you do it really well.
Yeah, well, it's interesting you say about Tokyo because it's quite common that the best restaurants will be in the train stations in Tokyo.
I didn't know that.
Whereas in the UK or in America,
not the train stations.
You might get an upper crust.
Not the train
stations.
Yeah,
but Noksu, the restaurant that's in the first episode, is in a New York subway station.
Right, and that's the chicken place.
No. That's like
is that cacao?
It's a Korean place.
Right.
Kokodak is the
Kokodak.
fried chicken place.
Okay.
Yeah, I know a lot of names.
And they're really going for it. And it's like the best ever chicken.
Yeah.
And this is how
I mean, they lock a chef away for basically over a year, 6 days a week, just frying
What's
chicken.
that kitchen called? Is it not the test kitchen? What's it called? The special kitchen they go to when they're developing new dishes?
Yeah, I guess it'd be a test kitchen.
Tom's got one. They call it something. I can't remember what they call it. Anyway,
the lab.
Yeah, but it's brilliant. So, what about you and food 10 years ago? How come food?
Yeah, good question. I was never a chef.
Right. You clearly love your food. You do know a lot about it.
Yeah, but I think it's just because I've been in this world for over 10 years. But my mum was cabin crew, air hostess, basically all her life, from when she was 19 to when she retired at 64.
Wow.
And she used to bring me back food from wherever she'd been. So like when I could hear my mum's key in like the front door of the house, I was like, well, firstly, I was very happy to see my mum because she'd been away for 2 weeks.
Fair enough.
2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. But then I'd be like, what she brought me? And it might be, Danish pastries from Copenhagen or like shellfish from the Mediterranean or something. And that, in my very like Cambridgeshire life, not eating anything particularly exciting, that was like travelling through food was just so encapsulating to me as a kid.
And you love it. 10 years in, you love it. It's not a ruse. It's not, this is how I can get famous. This is how I can afford a big house. You genuinely love it. And that comes screaming out of the screen.
Thank you. Yeah, I do. I really love it.
Your latest YouTube video for Top Jaw, I think it's your latest one, is the steak place.
Yeah, Ibai. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
my god. If you could ever eat your phone, you just want to like lick your phone. I mean,
yeah, it's sort of NSFW, that, isn't it?
It's
yeah.
so cool. And again, the story about I have had a couple of restaurants. It didn't go well, to be honest. And full respect to everybody who makes a success of it.
It's tough.
How's it go? Yeah. So these what's it called? Ibai.
Ibai. So
Ibai.
They're like a butcher that supply the best like many of the best restaurants in London, and they just thought, well, hang on, we're kind of giving the best out. How about how about we open our own restaurant?
We know where the gold is.
And then have these rare breeds and do this Basque style cuisine. It's so good.
Yeah, and after a week they thought they were going to get out of business because they had 10 people, didn't they?
Yeah,
then they had
it's a big
40
restaurant.
people, and then within 5 or 6 weeks they were full, and they've been full ever since.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Favorite restaurant?
My favourite restaurant at the moment is probably Camille in Borough.
All right.
Yeah, Chef Elliot Hastrudi.
There's a great curry house, isn't there, that you say if you ever go away or to another planet you want to come back and land. Where is it?
Yeah, good research. Brigadiers.
No, it's not research. I watched it. It was great.
Brigadiers.
By the way, so what? I have to go there.
It's because they've got beer towers.
Yeah.
Like masala cocktails.
The beer tower looks like a massive pint glass with a tap on the bottom, but then you put your pint glass underneath it because it's not a pint glass.
Yeah, but then instantaneous pints all the time. And also they have these barbecue butter chicken wings.
Thirsty and hungry.
Barbecue butter chicken wings, which are one of the best dishes in London town. Oh, you're eating an apple. That's good.
Yeah, Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, nice.
Apple Core, come on, baby. So how many episodes have we got of this now? We got
8 episodes.
8 episodes.
Yep.
And they're an hour long, and they're really beautifully filmed. It's like movie kind of quality TV, isn't it? Apple TV.
That's Apple. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah, it is. They only do and it's also been really hard to do very raw, you know, because the cameras are there filming live. You know, you're getting real reactions from the chefs, but it still needs to look cinematic and beautiful, like you've had all the time in the world to prepare.
Here's me enlarging it again. It's all about me. So the Michelin star. You know how it came about, the Michelin star. You know. What's your take on that story?
Okay, so 125 years ago, Michelin Tires, the tire company, thought, hey, great marketing idea. Let's tell people sort of where to stop all around, and that might encourage them to drive more, thus wear out their tyres, and we can sell more product.
Isn't that great? It's a true story.
And 1 Michelin star would mean, hey, it's worth a stop if you happen to be driving past.
Yes.
2 is it's worth a detour. Like, it is exceptional cooking, so you should go off your beaten track to go there. And 3 Michelin star is like the pinnacle of cuisine.
Yeah.
It's so good that it should be your destination.
Did you hear about the cycle race that they used to sponsor?
No.
So they because obviously it's all about tyres. So they held their own race because there was another race and the sponsors doing really well. So why don't we sponsor our own race? And so they got the best riders in the world to ride in their race 125 years ago. And part of the course was broken glass and nails, and you couldn't avoid them. You had to ride over them. And you had to get a puncture, and you had to fix the puncture to prove that their tyres could be fixed if punctured, because they were pneumatic. They were comfier, but because they weren't solid, they ran the risk of popping. But people were fearing they wouldn't go anywhere. So that's why the Michelin star, I think, came about, and they were worried about them being punctured, and so this cycle race proved that you could fix their punctures.
Sounds like an episode of Takeshi's Castle. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
all the tyres being popped. The Michelin brothers, great man, great. So it's going to be a hit. It's going to be a hit, man.
Well, yes, hope so, yeah.
No, because it's gripping and it's human beings trying to be brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for the first time watching your show, Jesse Burgess, which is on Apple TV Plus, and Jesse's part of Top Jaw, which is great. Knife Edge is the show. It's out a week tomorrow, 10th of October on Apple TV Plus. I thought, oh, that's a bit like our show. Because we've got to be great every single day. Otherwise, there's no point. And I used to think we could have an off day. And I've been doing this for 100 years. And I thought, no, we've got to be more Michelin star. We've just got to turn up every day. And if people tune into the show at any point, it's just got to be great all the time. And you work with Gordon now. You work for Gordon, I suppose, technically.
He's kind of my boss, yeah.
And it's the same, isn't it? It's you've got to be great all the time, or don't bother, because there's other people who would kill to be where you
are. Yeah, they always say they're only as good as their last service, and you're only as good as your last show.
Unfortunately, it's true. However, we do have another one tomorrow, so we've messed the days up, and then we should be all right tomorrow. So you're excited? How do you feel?
I feel very, very excited for it to be out. You know, the Studio Ramsay have been working on this for years. I mean, Gordon had this idea for what became Knife Edge like over 5 years ago.
Of course he did.
And so many people have tried to get Michelin on board, and no one succeeded. You know, this is the first time in 125 years they've allowed cameras like behind the scenes.
Like Secret Service.
Yeah, it's CIA stuff.
Yeah.
But we've got exclusive access to Michelin and all the ceremonies. So each episode you have, like, I'm there commentating, like, actually at the ceremony. So the chefs that you've been following, you know, you see if they win or don't.
It's like the Oscars, isn't it? It's like the Academy Awards.
Yeah, that's it.
But more important.
Yeah.
Literally.
Music has the Grammys, film has the Oscars, and food has Michelin.
Yeah, what do they call it? They call the Michies, or the... should be something, couldn't it?
The Michelin Awards.
The foodies, or...
They should call it the Mickeys, maybe.
The Mickeys, love it. Well, you started with burgers, and you've nearly got a burger in your name. You're just an hour away, aren't you, from Jesse Burgess?
I tell you what, every now and again, there's just a comment on one of our videos that just says Jesse Burgers. And I think, you know what?
Jesse does burger.
It's just a good, clean fun.
Mate, it's great to meet you. Well, no, we haven't met before. We can't go there. You've seen me before, but I didn't see you.
You were in your pants.
I was in my pants under a tree with my eyes closed.
Yes, and I was in your house.
You were in my house.
Which is weird.
It's weird, but I love it.
Yeah, it's
great,
it's a full circle moment, because I'm in another one of your houses right now.
Because I was watching yesterday, I sort of sense... I'm sure we've crossed paths before. Dun, dun, dun. Let's hear it for Jesse. Come on. Start already.
Thank you, guys.
Even a bigger star in the
much.
future. Jesse Burgess, Knife Edge. It's on Apple TV Plus, and it starts a week tomorrow, and it is fantastic.
Thank you.
Virgin Radio.